the Black Stars of Ghana will be playing against Chad and Madagascar. And one thing say we Ghana near OTS and say in football often the ACNE tima obuani hu yie no tima obuani hu yie no results no inside the ben eka tima obuani hu yie even ahead of the game bibia eka akoma no some few instances been obenya miraculous wins be the teams are omunye de ben omum prepare enum pono enu chese wa obua hu yie no oniama na anye den NCC so we have to understand these as Ghanaians. The Kolapa Otto Addo Diaba CM Fambo World Cup qualifies match week 6 and 5 no against Chad and Madagascar. Tie teams needing, tie countries no. Chad and Madagascar. We are talking about one time the Brazilians of Africa, Black Stars. And a squad near that one. Ghana ni biara ni bedi adanse se player bi o mkra uti ni dia unim no. Yeah. Christopher Bonsuba for KRC Genk. Yeah. This season share Genk no. We know how good that guy is, but the question is, this is at a precarious state, dangerous. We at this moment, no more Africano. If you go to Morocco, you can talk about key players in their squad that when they need the results most, they will get that results because they can trust them because they've done some before. You can talk of Bono in their goalpost or a trusted because Wahebibi. You can talk of their defenders of Aguerd and Roman size. They are well known in their game as centre backs for the Moroccan national team. Don't go to their midfield of Amrabat and Unai. And come when you want to first Sofiane Boufal, Ashraf Hakimi. That's the Moroccans. Let's come to the story of the Black Stars. We have the national team. Any game be a Black Stars bebo biano. Except we are bibinia out here say you trials. Game be a Black Stars Biano air trials. The reason why is for the past 5 years, your team clearly there's no structure. One, and because of that, we saw how symbolic we perform at the AFCON in Cameroon. We saw how symbolic we perform at the AFCON in Ivory Coast. Who do we want to blame? Always the coaches and also the players. Now ask yourself. So the frequency piamu time now the Bamilo second coming. Chris shooting baby, Otto Addo baby. The same Otto Addo coming in his second stint. More bisa will say under this Otto Addo, we saw how he played against Nigeria here before the Muchud Abiola. Our Black Stars air qualified for the World Cup in Qatar 2022. This man left, he came back under Otto Addo for the first time in the senior national team history. 2 decades, we are missing out of the AFCON. You see, me omo mpesi qualify for World Cup no. Me mpesa meti asiye. Ghana forward feeling be say mom qualify for World Cup now. I do or die affair because Ghanaian feels like if the Black Stars qualify, na bema wako US and a writer. Right up so Canada uncle. So Mexico uncle. Why don't we accept the fact that the fate of the team is not good anymore? Because let's say ye compare yourself to your age mates or more on your beti so no. Ebinum probably say ye ebe see the Black Stars say kobo bola. Clearly a trial lack we Ghana for 10 see why. Emu 7 no make say they don't trust in Otto Addo. It is because of what they've seen him done. It is because he was the same man as the coach. We didn't qualify for AFCON. So what makes us feel? Is it because we are second on the league log? We can qualify. But what are our targets and goals at the World Cup? And here Ghana had here, with the players we have, if you've won the AFCON for multiple times, if you call yourself historical giants, that's the world represented continent World Cup more than 4 times. Now you still want to be there and your target is I just want to qualify. I just want to qualify. So we are not seeing beyond that as emergence penalty that we have to get a formidable side that we will break that case of qualifying to the semi-finals, to the finals because Morocco did it. We can do it. We've been there. Why can't we cross that ladder? It is because the mentality of Ghana for a while. You need to set team under this coach and call AFCON. You need a break. You the World Cup. Then I'll go group stages no ansaba. So what's your target? The expenditure players we honor is it just to go and represent and raise the flag 3 games near Saba, or you want to do something? Because Usha Black Stars team we are clearly we don't have a structure for the past 5 years. A torment here,
Yeah.
And your failure, we will continue to fail. Even if we beat Chad, even if we beat Madagascar, let's look at the call up from Coach Anedidi Otto Addo. I'm not being too hard on him, but as Ghanaians, we have to accept our fate. That in any of our games in this moment, Biano, we the fans wants to see the team win.
Yeah.
We the fans wants to see the team go far. But we have a coach in football, he's a learner. Football coaches are learners.
Yeah.
Even Carlo Ancelotti today is a learner.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Bibi Ebesi Ancelotti Abrabom Biano, who be that? So our past experience be reflecting and send our movie.
Okay.
Same as the Peps. Come to the national team side. We have the Black Stars head coach Anedidi Otto Addo. I beg your pardon. Me experience in the national team coach in Ukraine. So I'm not trying to be hard on him. Say we have one coach or Nime Jumao. But the fact is, if you are the AFCON champions, if you are giants on the continent, if you are the Black Stars, historical giants, the Brazilians of Africa some time ago, now the team will be not a Otto Addo, then you have to accept your fate that you will struggle to find your pieces back.
Yeah.
Meaning somewhere America, because Senegal went for Aliou Cisse and it paid off for them in many years. So why can't we trust? Why we can't trust Otto Addo is because the Senegalese national team saw Aliou Cisse rose through the ranks. Yeah. He was once their U20 coach. He was one their U15 coach. He is one man the first 10 games for the Senegalese national team. Oh, we need 6 a draw 4. He is one matcher. He was the captain for the side once. He was one man. There are seniors in the team and there are youngest in the team. At that time of Bafufo in the first year, you see the Crepin Diata, you see the Boulaye Dia, you see the clear distinction between Sadio Mane, Kalidou Koulibaly and Edouard Mendy and the other guys. It is because Orekocha was stamping feet and authority on the team.
Yeah.
So I'm relaxing man because they've never seen a trophy. They've never seen a trophy. In more than 5 years, it paid off for them. Now, in our question, in our position, we've seen multiple trophies in this country. We've seen good talent in this nation. Yahoo players better. And to say coach, your football system, no, there are some things are seeping through your brain. One, a captaincy issue, and clearly coach captain issue no on to me and solve it. Our captaincy issue no on to me, and clearly your final games are your boy free AFCON. We saw ahead of a crucial encounter. Yet no, I see Mohamed Kudus to be the captain of the senior national team. And maybe someone will say, and then the fault. He is a learner. So we Ghanaians, we can't be hard on him. The question is, who gave Otto Addo the job? In the first place, Otto Addo doesn't even fall under the criteria that granted him an interview to even earn a job. So who do we blame? The system. The system we have here in this country does not favor the Black Stars to do any wonders. So Otto Addo to me, no, the captain say Akoma Kudus afei in the next game no abeka kire say ono anka so the captain say Emma Kudus no asabeka kire say he sees Kudus that he has a lot to learn. First one now the man, what was he thinking? What was he thinking? Then an ekoso only a young coach right from Borussia Dortmund. He got the national team, and this national team is bigger than Otto Addo. We need a coach who will speak and players will show. We need a coach obey wonders. But if we don't go for such coaches, if we don't go for such coaches, so take a decision or you're bold and firm on it. Now a Otto Addo clearly a young coach will come in. Now the captain Sinama Kudus and or Jordan, and what Bisa will say is that really going to help we Ghanaians? About the dressing room, about the team, the communication. How do you expect the team to bond? Put that one aside. Yeah. We have a coach, Ocean squad out there by I see a branch and he did Christopher Bonsubawum. Me patrol we are Ghana ni na waha. A branch and he did Mumin. About Rayo Vallecano. We all saw him last season. He was one of the fine players in La Liga this season. Over players on my blocks pa Okahu. But in the first national team call up a mistake, me boy. Do you know why? He's one of the best players there for Rayo Vallecano. Okay. But a crucial game here win no. After ni demand players won't take a ball for the senior national team da. And see scenario na me paint you and say whenever the Black Stars we need the rainbows, we now remember we now think about some best players we've never given the opportunity to play the matches that we don't need the win most, because matches are win sneak no. And now they try the Christopher Bonsubani or Momokahono. But in this high encounter against Chad and Madagascar, Ghana need be a chance here over deliver. I find a Christopher Bonsubana Brabomina when you made in call up to the national team.
Yeah. But Zlatan, as someone walking. Players in the brain, prepare 12 players and come on by automatically almost mirror squad. And I'm going to attach a can say these are some of the players and KC who more squad name, but due to injury, one count here, some of other players at the beefy up.
I accept that fact. But my point is, if you are a coach and your plan B due to injuries near players who've never played for the national team, you see in football. And yes, statistics ni opta na be chiro say players no mu boche no mu ni momu ho a there's some sort of communication bia omu ye de omu keep. Nti right am no mienu nyina agye atum say wo mu aya use omu ama ma ba no den ni yenya afei no mapira nti akofo bia omu obi da. Nti in a game against Chad na sa branti a ne din Eddie Christopher Bonsuba ye mistake a can you blame the player? Well, don't you think say the time to gel with the national team, the communication wenya?
So at what time and how players right?
We got a system in the past 5 years. The senior national team, pick and go, pick and go. Look at our goal post. Lawrence Atizigi, Joseph Wallacott for Crawley Town, Lawrence for St. Gallen, and Benjamin Asari. Kudos to Benjamin Asari. I mean, earning himself a call up in the national team. These are our guys. Are they well trusted? So my question is, are these the best guys that we have? Even if they are not the best guys that we have in football, the players at your disposal will be good with a coach who is also good. They will be bad, and now kuta coach or no so bad. So the point here is the Black Stars there obia oye learner. And now we are Ghana ni now abonto fashion team. You teams no so mususwa Chad there you be sure 20 no. We coach no you to Addo no ogina touchline fifty to make team man the fin no the player say go not the speed the park no so I celebrate. Do you know what it means? Clearly psychologically and the burden of the Black Stars. We were here when we lost to Sudan. Was it a draw? Or catch they say he was dead in his head. He was dead in his head. Now young coach 30 games for the senior national team. Yabo match back so as we team. The young Mohamed Kudus, the Kamadin Suleiman are losing the confidence. The Kamaradini Mohamed now friend one national team call up. The Benjamin Asare no here a motivator, someone to inspire them, someone to let them know that they are fighting for a big giant here in Africa. He is dead in his head when the team is falling apart. We need someone to be the pivotal player, because psychologically, I was there at the Accra Sports Stadium when we play our final game against Niger, although we didn't qualify. We Ghanaians were bullying Mohamed Kudus to miss the penalty. Yeah, Ghana fool.
And indeed he missed.
Yeah, Ghana fool. Now Kudus said a penalty or bebo. Yeah, who Mohamed Kudus no yeah say away. Do you know what it means? At that moment, you need a coach to let the guy know, Bosu, the national team, the fans are not even behind you. A coach to strengthen this guy to pull through. Because clearly, as a player, you face these obstacles. By your coach, the catch they say, even the critics from we Ghanaians, hate. And I'm a question is, who tells, why they hate nationals? Who hates the Black Stars? Me, Jonathan, the sports analyst, the big stakeholders. Who hates the national team? It's love and your door, because you want to see the team play well. Until we Ghana and your first team said the two-head and near Bababo against Chad and Madagascar. Clearly we have the squad. Clearly we have players playing so well in Europe. But if we fail against Chad, if we fail against Madagascar, I will never blame Otto Addo, because he's a learner. A learner in coaching. He knows nothing as we speak.
Okay.
As we speak. Okay. Otto Addo will get you a better silverware you the Black Stars, even with coaches with a bigger pedigrees than Otto Addo. When you buy, Black Stars, no one some moment man show them better team and my glories. Oh, forget backroom staff. Are you trying to tell me that? Is it because John Penstill and I say be other backroom staffs? No, I think John Penstill is still post.
Fatal that John Penstill
yeah film.
That's one of them.
You saw Chem say John Penstill say na Miss Remuka na onim she and be two Otto Addo for yakwakofa Winfred Shafa Abano onu ni bibi nti obetu Otto Addo fo no afa na Otto Addo nanka so head coach no den no dim so we Ghanaians na say ati asese ye team no eso nemum ye dia akomo obi afa no oyeden wo hia ade nti wuntumi nkoplemu no aden no wanye sei odaga ye ne charts ye lusu amejo menum nsu ada ye ne Madagascar ye draw many beje pa because we deserve it. If you don't plan well, you fail. And this failure is not on the hands of Otto Addo. You don't expect a learner in coaching to pull you miracles. If our players turn up and beat Chad, fine, hallelujah. We have the better squad and we beat them, we deserve it. But if things don't work out for us, na so Otto Addo and Huso, na se Ebia, Madagascar so the choir Morocco, I won't blame anybody. After Ghana for mentality, me and Sasano, you can qualify for World Cup. You can qualify for World Cup. A drew maybe legends, me catch you say. Say yanko AFCON, near free, near prepare for the World Cup. Cry a pay. And I'm busy. I'm more legends. Then I'm more legends. Is it because of World Cup or AFCON? Because more legends, no then I'm more World Cup.
No, me and legends who former players. Former
players. No, but catch you say. We Ghanaians should see beyond the AFCON. Yeah. Where we've won the tournament multiple times, we are missing out of it for 2 decades in our history. After young Kobio, we don't feel that pain. We are worried about qualifying for World Cup. Who quiet then? Who go group stages? Near catch Saudi can take away. Where sponsor who the budget South the tournament for who is structure? Now Ghana we go higher. Where are you going?
Zlatan now what's in Canada Sports Zlatan and Otto Addo no Thomas the Chase Kasongo coach pa now we nenye Odro Abraham I said Black Stars 2 matches is training section so please that cannot be used to keep the training coach and then so the aba messages in the so Bama who said da Costa the aba writer Zlatan is making Zlatan is not making sense to him. Okay, Dembele deserve or no cut Dembele dio also deserve the top spot. He's in the best form ever. And then the so the Abobian na drenchre to no be nyadwene so the dientia on so nyadwene na dia ba I can kind the amount enti masolo wusu and so e dia ba ono so bisa Eriko ewo break kakra as wetia na chinti mi gina mama na kakra and Frederick Anoche or say good evening boss nini na ba Evans simabese enwotwi eya wodia ebo no nkron meje afru nsem Black Stars call up edien na ya anye den so ne ye ni ye call up nim okay ma wana
well right am na say the tiene say Ghana ya maye ho chese ya ankase ya bre ho ase ya melo ye ho because enkane no na nka wo nation bi krampo wa nkomo